going here and see if I can actually see myself. Haha, there I am. Good. Let me make sure that I've got my volume on. My volume. Nope. Okay, here we go. Yay! All right, you guys, I'm so excited to be talking to you tonight. Okay, we're ready. Are you ready? Everybody is out there like trying to help you with your goals for January, your New Year's resolutions. And here's the thing that I know for sure, that any sort of change takes massive, massive commitment. And I want you to win in all of your endeavors this year. And you know what? You have to do it by drastically changing some things about your life, okay? Now, okay, let me just double check and make sure this is all good. It's good. It's good. It's good. So, you know what, you guys, one of the things that I did a long time ago when I was really unhealthy, one of my best friends was living in California, and she was like, hey, I'm getting ready to do this sugar detox. Do you want to do it with me? And I was like, ooh, yes, I totally want to do this with you. So we did this together, and I actually only did 14 days. And in that 14 days, now this one that I want you to do is a 30-day, but you can do 7 days, you can do 14 days, you can do 10 days, you can do whatever it is you commit to. If you want to do the 30 days, you're going to experience some seriously drastic changes. But if you only want to do 14 days or even 7 days, just to test yourself, it's going to be a great experience for you and a great experiment for you. And I just wanted to come on tonight, you guys, because I was talking to my mom about this last night because she purchased this. And I've been doing this sugar detox for the last, oh my gosh, a long time. Since I created this, officially I created my own program back in, I want to say like 2012. And so I've been doing this for a long time, every year with my tribe in the Figure Fit community, and also at my yoga studio, at Solace Yoga Studio. We used to do this every January. And as part of a group and a tribe, I would email them every day. And now I created it and put it actually into a manual so that you've got everything you need right out of the gates from the start. And I did that so that you would have everything, and so there'd be a lot less questions. There's recipes, there's a yes-no food list, there's options for vegetarians, there's recipes that go from breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts, beverages. And so one of the most important things for this sugar detox is knowing what you can have and knowing what you cannot have. And I wanted to just take a moment tonight and talk about some of the benefits with you. And then I'm going to briefly show you the actual manual so that you can kind of get a feel for what you'll be getting when you purchase the sugar detox. Last night I was talking to my mom and she went through the whole manual. I was staying with her. I keep thinking it's the weekend. It's not the weekend. I was staying with her over the last couple of days, and she got done with it. And she looked through the whole thing, and she got done with it. She's like, honey, I just went through that whole manual. It's incredible. And I just looked at her and I was like, I know, right? Because I've been doing this for like 5 years, and she finally bought it, and she finally is doing it. And I'm so proud of her because this is really, it's a big commitment. And some people, they know that they're ready for something like this because maybe over the holidays, they've been eating, cookies or salty foods or just more carbohydrates than you're normally used to having. And it's so easy to do. It's so common, especially if you are living in the United States and you just got done celebrating the Christmas and Thanksgiving holiday. Chances are you've been eating cookies, drinking wine, having champagne, having mashed potatoes, having all sorts of goodies over the last month and a half. And so now your body is completely in this cycle of craving sugars, these highs of energy, these lows of energy, you might find yourself reaching for coffee in the middle of the day, for wine at night, coffee in the morning, wine at night, coffee in the morning. And if you're in that cycle, it's time to break it. And it's time to get you on a very, very holistic, healthy path so that as you're moving forward in this new year, you can do it with really good energy, and you can do it with mental clarity, and you can do it without the highs and lows of having just those crazy roller coaster energy cycles that you get when you're having a very high sugary or high carbohydrate diet. And now you might be saying, I don't have a lot of sugars, but I do drink wine, and I do have, maybe I've been having cookies. Well, this is a really good opportunity for you to just cut that stuff completely out of your diet and turn more towards the approved carbohydrate list, which is going to be very low carbohydrates, very like no sugar. The sugars that we have in this sugar detox are going to be very, very specific, very low in glycemic, what they do to your glycemic load. They're going to be very low in what they're doing to dump glucose into your system. So before I get into the actual manual, you guys, I wanted to take a moment and talk to you about some of the benefits of what you can expect when you do this sugar detox. Now, in the beginning, when you've been having cookies or you've been having wine and you've been having a lot, now I'm just going to stop right here. I've been having so many cookies lately. That's so not normal for me. And I very much pride myself in being a very clean eater with the Figure Fit program. But I just want to be so real with you. This year, you know what? Honestly, I want to say that this is my excuse. I had a really rough year, and I gave myself permission to just kind of have some stuff that I wanted to without any guilt, without any remorse. The other day, I was at my son's girlfriend's family's house, and they made all these keeflies. They made all of these snickerdoodle cookies. And he made the comment that for the last week or month, I think he said month, he's been having cookies and coffee. And I just looked at him and I was so jealous because I wanted cookies and coffee. And so they gave me that night a whole container of cookies. And legit, it was like one of those square Tupperware boxes. And I filled it with keeflies and snickerdoodles and one chocolate chip cookie. What else was there? There was some Grinch cookies that they had, and legit, I came home, I had some, the next morning I woke up and I looked at it and I thought, this is not how I do it. I normally fast in the morning and I normally have the Figure Fit coffee, and I looked at it and I was like, I'm having cookies and coffee. I'm doing this. And so I did it. I had 2 keeflies with my coffee, and then I took the snickerdoodle and I dipped it in my coffee, and it was so good. And then I worked out. So I did definitely earn that, but it was such a nice little treat just to give that little gift to myself. But here's what I know for sure. That's not normal for me, and I have been experiencing the effects of it with just kind of tired during the day, reaching for a coffee at 3 o'clock in the afternoon just to give myself that little pep. And you know what? It does matter when you are it matters significantly. When you're putting the sugars in your body, you do get the peak, you get that drop. It's not good at all for the cells of your body, for your metabolism, for if you're not earning them is what I call it, like working out, then you probably have way too much glucose in your body at any given time. And when that happens, we all know what happens when you have too much of that. It turns to fat. So I wanted to take a moment and just talk to you about what you can expect in the first couple of days when you do this program. Like I said, you're going to get a yes-no food list. You're going to know exactly what you can eat over the next 30 days. Now, if you choose to do 30, that's so awesome. If you want to do 14 days, that's great too. I would recommend picking one of those options and just sticking to it and just going in full-fledged, do what you can, and just really commit to whatever time frame it is that you choose, whether it's 14 days or 30 days. I don't think that 7 days is enough, and here's why. Because in the first 4 days, there's so much happening when your body is actually getting rid of that glucose in your body. And I just want to be real. There is, especially if you've been having a lot of carbohydrates, or if this is kind of your go-to, maybe you're a heavy carbohydrate person, you love carbohydrates, then your healing crisis might be a little bit more than somebody else who's more of a fat burner, okay? I really want to teach you how to take in the nutrients between protein, fat, and carbohydrates, and learn how to turn to certain foods. Like if you're having alcohol during the year, what should you take away? What should you not have? And if you're having more carbohydrates, what should you not have? So this is it's all science, you guys. But the thing is, what we know as dietitians, nutritionists, I'm not going to say doctors, because not all doctors do know this, but this is very much becoming much more mainstream now, is that we do know that sugar feeds cancer cells. So we want to get as much of that sugar out of our diet as possible. And sugar comes in not just the form of sugar, but in the form of carbohydrates. And some carbohydrates are better than others, but too many carbohydrates are not good for you. And we've got to find that balance that your body needs based on how much activity you are doing during the day. If somebody has a sedentary lifestyle, they don't need that many carbohydrates. If somebody is, is it there? Okay, it's still there. Okay, so if somebody's an avid athlete, then they're going to need more carbohydrates, because every time their body is running or working, then they need to replenish the lost glucose, okay? So let's talk about what to expect in the first 4 days, 1 to 4 days when you're doing this sugar detox. You're going to get that yes, no food list, and you're going to get rid of all of the stuff in your house. And that doesn't mean you're going to consume it all before you start this. You're going to just get rid of it. You can throw it away. You can give it to somebody else who may need some food. You can give your food away, but it doesn't mean consume all of the bad stuff in your house and then begin this, okay? So make a commitment, choose your start date, and get a friend. Say, do this with me. If you have a family of 4 or 5 or 2, have everybody in the family do it. Ask them if they would like to do this with you. And the more people you have doing it with you, the more you can support each other and have people to be accountable to. And it's a great way, just knowing that somebody else is doing this with you is a great way to stay accountable to the program itself and to yourself. Now, a lot of people have a problem with keeping their own word to themselves when they make a commitment around food. So that's definitely something to look into and to think about in your own life. All right, so what to expect in days 1 to 4. You might go through a healing crisis. And what that looks like when you're getting rid of carbohydrates, and this is like detox. This is a detox part of the program. Some people who are getting rid of, like other things in their life, they are going to go through a detox as well. But when you're getting rid of carbohydrates, you're going to find you might be hangry, not angry. It's like you're hungry and you're angry because you're hungry and you want the carbs. And so you turn into hangry, okay? You might experience a little bit of bloat as your body starts detoxing these carbohydrates and the glucose and the toxins from your body. you might experience the cravings, the sugar cravings, you may want the wine, you may want the chocolate. And you know what? Typically what that is been habit. It's habit. You have a habit of turning to the wine at night. You have a habit of turning to the chocolate after a meal or for your snack. You have these habits. And so really this program also helps you to break some bad habits and establish some new healthy habits. You're going to experience, after a couple of days, increased energy. And that energy is incredible because it's something very, very different. It's like, it's better than coffee. It's just better than coffee. It's better than, it's kind of like, I would associate it to like a post-workout energy. Working out gives me energy. It doesn't drain me. It actually invigorates my body. It releases serotonin, dopamines, and all the good happy hormones. And so for me, after a workout, and when I'm consistent, I have more energy. And this program will do the exact same thing to you and give you that consistent energy rather than the highs and the lows. You're going to find that you'll start getting clearer skin because you're probably going to be getting rid of things like flour and wheat from your diet, and that has a tendency to absolutely clear your skin. You're going to find that you sleep better. You're going to have regular bowel movements. So if that's a problem for you, and this is a very big, significant problem for many, many Americans and also people all across the globe are having digestive issues because of their diet. You'll find that when you start getting rid of a lot of these carbohydrates that are causing the problems, you're going to start having regular bowel movements. And we can go deeper into that in the program. You're also going to find that you have a better mood. And I don't know if you like my little stick figure down here. This guy is like you're gonna be releasing all of these negative ions, and you're going to be reinvigorating all of the positive ions in your body. So you guys, before I move on to the next page, I just wanted to invite you to tag a friend below and invite them to watch this video and ask them if they want to do this with you. And second of all, I want to invite you to, if you're watching this live, just say hi, and then if you're watching the replay, just go ahead and type that below, replay, so that I know who's here live and also who is watching the replay. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you about this program is what's going to happen once the detox is over. Most of the people who do the 30-day detox experience about 7+ pounds of fat loss. Now, there's no guarantees with that, but chances are you're going to lose some weight. And if you do so I want to flash back to my very first sugar detox. I lost, I think it was like 4 pounds. And it was mainly in my gut. I felt the bloat just completely go away, and I didn't even realize that I was eating foods that would be so problematic to my digestive system and my gut. I had no bloat anymore, and my stomach thinned out so much, and it was drastically different. So for me, I was really shocked at the difference in what happened in my gut. Right here, my pants got looser, everything got tighter. I actually started to see my abdominal muscles. So that was really amazing for me, and that actually fueled me to do it again and to really stick with this lifestyle. And this was the catalyst to me completely changing my entire lifestyle. This program was the catalyst that I did this before I even created Figure Fit, my online health and wellness lifestyle program. So this was the catalyst, you guys, that really jump-started me into really moving into the direction of eating really healthy foods, choosing really healthy foods, and really being committed to it. Because once I did this, my health changed drastically. And this was the start of many other programs that I started to do after this. But this was the beginning. The very first thing was getting rid of the sugar, because I was a sugar-aholic. And it's very easy to go back to that lifestyle because I still love that stuff. So it's very easy to go back to it. So the very first thing that I got rid of was sugars. And The second thing down the road was actually getting rid of some other carbohydrates at that time because I was having other digestive issues. And I talk about that in my, what program is that one? That is my gut reset protocol. And that's in my Look Good Naked program or the Nutrition and Fat Loss Mastery e-course that I have at on the Figure Fit website. So I talk about all of that in the Nutrition and Fat Loss Mastery e-course and really how to fix your digestion and eliminate inflammation and really get your body regular again, healthy again, fit, lean, toned. So this is a really great place for you to start if you are a carb-oholic, okay? Now, you're going to have an increased sense of taste. Like a lot of the times in the beginning, you have so much to sugar, like your taste buds are just so addicted to sugar and salty foods that you don't actually taste a lot of the flavor in herbs and salads and just natural greens that you're going to be eating, like spinach or broccoli. You'll find that those things will, the taste in your mouth will amplify. You'll love the flavor and you'll actually start to crave those good foods. Obviously, you're going to have a decreased risk of diabetes, and this will actually be able to help those of you who do have diabetes. You will drastically change, and I can't give you any promises, about your numbers or taking or not taking insulin anymore. But what I do know is that this program has been a catalyst for a lot of people who have had diabetes to help them heal, to help them change, to help them completely come off medication. So along with your doctor and this program, you could drastically transform your life. End depression. A lot of the times, what we know for sure as health professionals in this community is that our gut is linked to our brain via what's called the vagus nerve. And inflammation in your gut causes inflammation in your brain. And there is so much information nowadays about that connection between your gut health and your brain health and also depression. So when we heal your gut, chances are a lot of the other problems that you're experiencing with mental health are going to start to go away as well, because you're going to, there's so much behind this one. You're going to start being on a regimen. You're healing this, so it's as a byproduct, you're going to heal any sort of inflammation in the brain. Now, outside of that, you're changing your habits. You're changing what you're committed to. You're changing what you're focusing on. And that is a huge catalyst with self-confidence, self-worth, and self-value. And so that is going to be a huge increase in confidence for you, which also helps to end depression. Remission of cancer. Like I said earlier, sugar feeds cancer cells. So a lot of people have completely cut sugar out of their diet and gone into remission with cancers, have gone into remission, have healed themselves, cancer's gone, never to come back again. So you guys, if you're at risk for any sort of cancer, depression, diabetes, this is a program that you absolutely want to do. I've got a couple other here. Increased energy, a flatter belly. I talked about that one with myself. Clearer skin, and you'll start craving that healthy food. Now, I think that the next page, oh yeah, good, talks about what you will get with this sugar detox. And I'd like to show you, you're going to get a getting started guide, how to prepare, a yes/no food list, a daily regimen, modifications for athletes. So as I'm an athlete, I have the Figure Fit program, and I work out, I lift weights, I do yoga, so I do really heavy workouts 3 days a week, high intense interval weightlifting workouts with the Figure Fit program. So on those days, I'm going to have a modified diet. I'm going to eat more carbohydrates that are on the approved yes list to fuel me after I do my workouts. Tips for eating out, because that's a huge one. What do you do? How do you supplement? What are some options that you can choose? Instead of a bread basket, you can say no thank you. What can you do instead? What are some healthy appetizers? What sides should you avoid? That's all in this program. There's over 30 recipes for you to choose from. You can use those, and you can also find your own and make your own based off of this yes, no food list. Okay. And during this program, let's see. Yes, like I said, there are vegetarian protein sources. We're going to talk about healthy fats, fiber, how much you need to be having, carbohydrates, and how much protein you should be having also every day. Let's see, what else do we have? All right, so this is actually part of another program that I have called this is part of the Look Good Naked program. And right now, tonight, I'm just talking about the sugar detox. So I wanted to go ahead and share this with you. Let me see if I can get this up here. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I want to invite you guys to go to my website, and it is figurefitlife.com, and this is the manual, and this is what it looks like. There is a foreword by my good friend Monica Esquivel. She is a registered dietitian. She wrote the foreword for this back when I first created this program. She was just floored by this program. And let's see. What's going on? Why can't I do this? Oh, there it is. Okay. I want to show you this. Welcome to my office. Okay, so here is what you're gonna get. There's a table of contents. Like I said before, you're going to get what to expect, a getting started guide. Why do we focus on cutting out sugars? The daily regimen, modifications for athletes. There's keys to your success. We go deep into all of these different topics, like why is protein important? Here's a little bit about me and my story. And then also like what to expect on days 1 to 4, symptoms that you'll have before and after this program. There's a getting started guide. You'll know exactly what to get rid of in your house. And then we come down here into why are we focusing on sugars to begin with? Why are they so bad for us? What are they doing in our body? And what are some replacements that we can have from here on out so that we are not turning to sugars? I want to give you a little tip. When I got rid of sugars, because I haven't bought a pound of sugar probably since like 2011. Says, can I have any sweets? And this talks about exactly what you can have and what you cannot have on this program. What to drink. Oh man, that's a huge one for people because a lot of times people don't like water, which blows my mind. But what can you have instead? And then I talk about your keys to success: rest and rejuvenation, exercise, nutrition, journaling, how to track your carbohydrates and your calories, and then tips for eating out at a restaurant. Let's see what else. Which proteins can I have? What are complex carbs? What are simple carbs? Why should I be doing, which ones should I be having and when should I be having them? I talk about the glycemic load factor and what that means. What's the difference between white rice and brown rice, whole wheat spaghetti, white spaghetti? And then I talk about healthy fats, how much fiber you should be having for men and women. And also I talk about different types of fibers and what they will do in your body. Okay, fiber, lots on fiber. More on fiber. Helpful tips. Oh, this is a really helpful page. It tells you a lot of really great tips on how to just be successful with this and ways to keep foods available to you in a really quick manner. Prepping yourself maybe a couple times a week to have easy and available foods. Vegetarian protein sources. And then here is the yes, no food list. You will get that when you sign up. And then yes, no on oils, what kind of oils you should have, what oils you should use for cold cooking or hot cooking or cold dishes, what can you use for cooking in a hot pan, which ones to get rid of. And then all of these recipes from smoothies to different sort of drinks that you can have. Appetizers, there's a hummus recipe, guacamole, baked kale chips, vinaigrette dressing, Caesar dressing, oil-free herb dressing. There's a tomato and avocado salad. There's an avocado kale salad, steamed cauliflower herbed, rice, fake rice, cream of asparagus soup. We've got cauliflower soup. There's so many different options here to get you going on this phenomenal sugar detox. We have halibut for two with mint coconut broth. We have bison burgers, stuffed red peppers, pizza. We even have pizza, you guys. Broccoli. So there's so many options here for you to choose from. Pork chops, coconut chicken, applesauce. Oh yeah, we've got desserts, coconut creamsicles, chocolate mousse. Let's see, what else do we got? And that's it. So tons and tons of recipes for you to choose from here with this program. And you guys, I want to go ahead and come back so you can see me. Hang on. Give me a second so I can get my camera back up. Sorry, I'm trying to do this by myself. I need Vincent in here. I need you, kid. So that's it. I just wanted to come on here and invite you guys to this program and let you know where you can get access to this. So head to figurefitlife.com/sugar detox, and that will get you to the website and the landing page for you to get this program. Once again, that's figurefitlife.com/sugar detox. And I hope that this is still working because it's not really showing that it is. So let me take this off of here. Hi. Okay. Yes. That's way better. Now I can see myself. I couldn't see myself. So, because if you were going to read that, that's what it looks like when I can see myself. It's backwards to you. So I had to do this without this being like this. Okay. So you guys, anyways, I just wanted to invite you tonight. I'm so grateful for you all. And I just know that if you choose to do this program, it's going to be a game changer for you. And just like it was for me, this could literally be the catalyst that helps you transform your health for good, like it was for me. And I would love to see that reality for you. This was, like I said before, is one of the first things that I did to really transform my health. And it was such a huge catalyst that it pushed me back into the nutrition world. This is what I studied in college. I studied nutrition science. And it really pushed me back into that world because I studied it, but I got away from it when I worked in the corporate world. And, you know, I ate the American way. I ate the standard American diet. So this was a game changer for me. It turned me totally paleo. And then I went into really focused nutrition because I had some digestive issues that I had to get rid of some certain foods from my diet to fix my digestion. But giving up the sugars was the start. And really, there's so many things that I gave up from that first go around that I've never even added back into my diet. Milk, skim milk, and bread. And yes, I will have bread occasionally, but it's not something that's in my diet on a regular basis. So you guys, if you have any questions, let me know right now below. That would be awesome. And yeah, I'll just wait and see if there's any questions. I'm going to be back tomorrow to talk about another nutrition program that I lead. This is an actual program that you can purchase. The manual is yours. You can do this on your own. I would say grab a friend and do it with someone. But this is not something that we're doing as a group together. I don't have a private page for this. However, if you wanted to have that coaching and that accountability, then I would highly recommend that you join my Figure Fit community. Because in my Figure Fit community, we have a private group page where we're all talking on a daily basis and supporting each other. And that's also at my website, figurefitlife.com. And then tomorrow, what I'm going to come on live and talk to you guys about is the other program that I teach, and that's called the Keto Reset. So it's similar to this one, getting rid of sugars and getting into ketosis. So it's similar, but it's just a little bit different. I'm talking about fat loss. With this one, this is a more health-based It's a lot more education, and it's a 41-page manual, and there's so much information there, and it's just kind of like a mini coaching program for people who are really addicted to sugars, who really need to get rid of maybe even wine, or just change your diet up. And this is a great start. If this is something that you need to do, and you know you need to do it, you just know that you need to do it. So if that's calling you, then come on over to figurefitlife.com/sugar detox and sign up. And then it will come to you in your email right away. And you'll be able to look through this 41-page manual and get started today. Get started tonight. And set yourself up so that you can maybe start this weekend or start tomorrow. It'll come to you right away. So that's it, you guys. I am so grateful for you all. Please let me know if you have any questions. And if you watch the replay, just type replay so I know who's here watching this live and who is watching the replay. All right? So much love to you guys. Have a lovely night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.